Features.
Hello and welcome to the 50th episode of Bonus Features with Alex and Robert. I'm Alex.
And I'm Robert.
And for this 50th episode, the Big 5-0, we have nothing interesting planned. It's basically just a regular episode. So, that means, obviously, before we get to the movie talk and such, we gotta get to the sports talk and such in our 2-minute pointless interlude about sports. So the Blues, as of this recording, they've got the lead, 3-2.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, and I'm surprised it's turned out this way so far, especially because the West was pretty lackluster to me in general. I thought anyone in the East was going to win, especially because the West, all the top seeds lost in the first round, so I thought, man, so no one in the West is going to do anything. But it looks like I'm wrong so far.
Yeah, and I mean...
Chara's, he got a facial injury, and he's got the shield now, so... I mean, he's not 100%, obviously.
I'm not a Blues fan, but I'm also not... I mean, I know I said last week I was okay with the Bruins, but I thought about it again, and I'm like, I don't know if I like the fact that Boston's going to win another championship.
I don't give a shit. I hate the Blues that much.
I know. It's a tough go.
I just can't believe it's this close. So that's happening. NBA's been exciting.
I was going to say, speaking of teams where I actually have a clear team to root for, the NBA championships are going on.
It's weird, you know, with Kevin Durant and all the other guys who have been on and off the court injured. It's almost like it's fair.
A little bit.
What a shock.
Even that, though, like that. Did you watch Game 3 at all?
I believe so.
I mean, Steph was putting up 47 points.
Oh, no, yeah, I did see that.
But even
I saw
that
game.
Wasn't enough.
Yeah, well, there's no iron team.
No. There's like a KD, a KT, and a Steph, and a couple other things.
Yeah.
God almighty, that team is too stacked. And you know what? Go Kawhi.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. If you win.
Guy interviews well, too. They're trying to bait him with all these questions to cause drama. He didn't take it.
Yeah, there's been some interesting stuff with the championships in terms of drama. Did you see that fight that Kyle Lowry got into?
Yeah, that asshole guy in the crowd. Yeah, I'm a big tough guy. I've got courtside seats.
Well, I guess they're saying that guy has, he's a partial owner of the Warriors.
What a loser.
But the Warriors are quick to say, no, he's just an investor.
Yeah, just a shareholder.
Right.
Or
whatever he is, he's not much anymore because I think they've distanced themselves from him.
I don't think it's wise to push people who are 3 feet taller than you.
Yeah.
As some rowdy fans learn the hard way.
Yes.
In the Malice in the Palace.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That was my thought.
Not a good look.
Yeah, I kind of like this, though. I like that it's actually kind of fair.
Yeah, I mean, shit, this was how the Warriors went up against, what was it, the Cavs, and I forgot which fucking championship it was. The one where they didn't have Kyrie, or they didn't have Kevin Love, and they had Dellavedova out there instead of them.
Oh, you're talking against the Cavs, yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know which one it was. I think it was either the first or second.
Yeah. God,
might have been the first time.
Yeah, who knows which time they met multiple times we're talking about.
But hey, man, sometimes shit happens.
That's happening. And then we got, as of this recording, let's see, we got Mariah Cejudo, and of course, Jessica Ai, Valentina Shevchenko,
Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson.
Cowboy
and
Daddy.
Cowboy Dad Cerrone. I have no idea what's going to happen. I'll just make quick predictions based on nothing. I'm going Cejudo, and then Shevchenko, and I'm going to go Cerrone.
Yeah?
He just really seems like he's at home in this 155 division right now.
Okay. I think
not only that, he was still doing decently when he had his most recent fights at 70. He beat Mike Perry, who's no slouch. So I guess that'll do it for my predictions.
Whoa. You didn't break the whole card, actually?
Oh, that's true. Who else we got?
Jimmy Rivera versus Peter Yan and Tai Tuivasa versus Blagoy Ivanov.
Oh, okay, Blagoy Ivanov, I heard that guy's on the up and up. I'll go with him.
Okay.
And I'll go with Jimmy Rivera because who's the other guy?
Peter Yan.
I don't know him, so I'm going to go with Jimmy Rivera based on just name recognition.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm going to make a bold prediction, as I'm always wrong with these, just like I was with Rose and Andrade. I'm going to go Cejudo, another first-round knockout.
Okay, that'd be quite a bombastic conclusion.
But he's going to get hurt first, and people are going to think he's going to get knocked out, but then he's going to miraculously pop up and then knock out Moraes.
That's extremely specific.
That's very specific. One of these days, I'm going to be right.
That's also very cinematic.
Right. I mean, it happened. What's it called? Volkov and Derek Lewis. Mm-hmm. Basically, that damn near happened. Mm-hmm. Like he got the knockout 10 seconds left.
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think that was the same night as Khabib Conor.
Oh yeah, no, I think you're right.
I guess
was a wild night.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with the other news. I forgot. I'll have to check into that later, though. So that'll do it for sports, unless you've got any pressing matters with auto racing.
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay, go Cubs.
My car's not
still
up to speed. My car's not good enough for auto racing. That's the auto racing news.
Okay. Cubs are still doing good?
Cubs have been doing a lot better. They had kind of a shitty road trip, but they're back home and they're doing well.
Okay, cool. And now on to the news. First with some bit stories. So Robert Pattinson is officially cast as Batman. He's closed the deal. The release date for Batman, of course, is June 25th, 2021.
Sounds as if pre-production could start as late as the latter part of this year or early next year, because Robert Pattinson is, I guess, busy with some movie called Tenet, directed by some guy named Christopher Nolan.
Oh, yeah.
So there's that. But I guess it was some more details have come out about this. It ultimately came down to Nicholas Hoult and Pattinson. They both did a costume test, and Matt Reeves, I guess, liked his first choice, which was Pattinson.
All right. Works for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of ambivalent. I don't really care one way or the other. I don't think he's like a bad choice. I don't think he's a great choice. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So on to our next bit of news. Birds of Prey's budget is reported to be $75 million. That's about what I thought.
That's a street-level movie budget.
Yeah, except it's interesting because Deadpool, which had, if I were going to guess, had more VFX.
Yes.
Unless I'm wrong about how much carnage this has.
Some of which were not great effects.
Yeah. Well, either way.
Yeah, they were there.
It was $58 million.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing whatever they have in store, hopefully.
Yeah, who knows?
There's a lot of question marks, and I've said that exact phrase way too many times about this movie. So just for old time's sake, I'll just say it again. There's a lot of question marks.
Mm-hmm. And I guess we're going to have to just wait and see on when and where that'll happen, as we will show later on.
Bro, what if Riddler's the bad guy?
That'd be interesting. I mean, that'd be an interesting
No, I was just
poll.
saying because question marks.
Oh, God.
That's not going to happen. It's already Black Mask in a domino mask instead of a real mask, or so far as we know. And I don't know, is that the only bad guy? Oh, and Zaz.
Yeah.
Ooh, Zaz, that's going to be cool, I hope.
I fucks with Ewan McGregor as the Riddler, though.
Yeah, well, it's too late now.
Damn it.
He's already Roman Sionis, a.k.a. Black Mask. All right, so that'll do it for the bit news. On to the regular news. Our first story, John Cena has joined the cast of Fast and the Furious 9. Only character details so far is he's a badass.
That tracks.
That's very shocking to me.
And very specific.
Yeah, it's almost like I know this character and I've met him. No, seriously, though. I mean, that's... What else are you expecting for Fast and Furious 9? Although I like the idea of him being in one of these.
Yes. Will he be the villain?
Oh, that's a good question.
Who knows? Because from what I understand, he's not exactly, at least for most of the movie, one of the protagonistic forces in Bumblebee. He's kind of like a bad guy.
I thought he was totally... I never saw it.
I don't know if... I haven't seen it, but like I wouldn't be surprised if he had he teams up with them at the end or whatever the fuck.
But with Fast and the Furious, the characters sometimes kind of ebb and flow since they're semi-outlaws.
Specifically with... Dwayne Johnson was the bad guy in Fast 5.
Kind of.
I mean, even then, it's like... Not
That's
really.
It's
just
kind
two
of,
crews.
It's kind of like what's it called? Yeah, exactly.
Statham, Statham was the bad guy in 7?
Yeah.
7? Yeah.
Or 7?
6?
6?
No, 7. Because 6 was Luke Evans.
Right. That was
7's
Crew versus
brother.
Crew.
Yeah.
And then 7 was another. I don't know.
7 was Statham. 8 was.
It was
Charlize
cool.
Theron.
I don't know. They're hard to tell apart.
Yeah.
One had a plane. One had a submarine.
One had a tank. One had Letty was Letty, and then now she's Letty, and she doesn't know who she is, but she knows she's Letty now.
And then and one had the bus thing.
Yes.
Over the cliff. Was that 7?
Doesn't
matter. They're all the same movie, and they're all cool.
Yeah.
And I expect nothing less from 9. Although, isn't
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson is not in 9.
Reportedly, yes, he will not be appearing in 9, which I'm not as upset about, only because I understand. Like, if he's getting his own, if there's going to be a Hobbs and Shaw trilogy, who the fuck knows?
Is that what they're planning?
I don't even. I'm guessing there might. If it does well enough, it'll do a sequel. I mean, that makes sense. If they were going that route, like, no, we're going to have its own thing, then him not being in 9 makes sense.
Right.
This is interesting, though. John Cena's involvement has been kind of teased by Vin Diesel for a couple of months now.
Really?
Yeah, and I guess production starts later this month.
Does it?
Yeah, and it comes out May 22nd of next year.
Interesting.
So it's happening. Shit's moving. We got ourselves a villain, perhaps? Who knows? Or maybe just a new crew member.
Who's that?
Cena.
Oh, right. Well, I could see him working out in either capacity, and if he's a bad guy, they're totally going to pull a Vegeta, of Dragon Ball Z, and make him a good guy.
Right.
So, that's cool. I'm a fan. Moving on to our next story. We got a trailer for Ad Astra, starring Brad Pitt.
Yes. Tommy Lee Jones.
And some other people.
Donald Sutherland, Ruth Negga, Liv Tyler, Jamie Kennedy.
Really? Okay. I like enough. This is a solid cast.
So this is from director James Gray. He's made some other movies, one of them with Robert Pattinson recently. But it's about astronaut Roy McBride, played by Brad Pitt, who travels to the outer edges of the solar system to find his missing father and unravel a mystery that threatens the survival of our planet. His journey will uncover secrets that challenge the nature of human existence and our place in the cosmos.
All right, so the trailer starts off like a relatively simple and familiar space exploration type movie. Mm-hmm. But then here's what I like, and it's almost like the trailer's trying to sell me to see a movie or something.
Yeah.
It gets a little crazier as it goes on.
There are gunfights on the moon?
See, that was the part where I thought, okay, I like what I'm seeing. I think this is well shot, but what can you give me that's really going to sucker me in? And then I saw the gunfight on the moon in the little
moon rover chase.
All
right.
I thought, okay, now we're cooking with gas. This is what I'm talking about.
Speaking of Fast and Furious 9, this might be doing the moon before Fast and Furious.
Shit, you're right. They're gonna ruin. Well, I told you they can do monster trucks instead.
Right. Monster trucks on the moon.
Monster trucks in the Amazon rainforest.
Okay. Hey man, that's fine. That's fine.
The bad guys are trying to cut it down.
Yeah.
We're gonna need the biggest, craziest trucks to run over theirs to make sure they don't cut down any more rainforest.
Oh man.
Okay, but back to Ad Astra. That was the point where I said I'm sold.
Yeah.
You got a moon gunfight. This is crazy.
I hope that scene is not short, because whoa,
right.
money shot.
That was the thing with Alita Battle Angel. Pardon me.
Yeah.
Not Battle Angel, Alita Battle Angel. That scene was literally my favorite scene of the whole movie, and it was a flashback.
Oh, the moon battle?
Fight.
Yeah.
Because we've had lots of things in space, but we've never had a really, really good straight up moon battle. Mm-hmm. I'm not counting Superman versus Nuclear Man. As I said, operative word being good moon battles.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
because Alita's too short, but it was. I mean, I guess that was a good one, but a true full on moon battle.
Yeah,
or whatever the hell that planet battle.
Yeah.
Where it's dark space in the background.
Oh hell yeah, and it looks really solid
on the ground of the. I don't know
with moon rovers.
Yeah, I don't know why I feel like I have to be so specific. Like not Star Wars. Mm-hmm. Like it looks like. This could happen in the future, possibly, if the technology's there.
Yeah, it could even not be the moon. What if it's a different planet?
Well, no, that's what I said. I was getting tired of semantics. Point is, it looks like we're calling it a moon battle because that's what it looks like.
Yeah, and it's so weird because it's literally maybe a second shot of just dudes chasing each other on the moon and shooting weird looking guns at each other.
Yeah, and as I said before, it kind of just seems like a regular, I guess you could say, relatively hard sci-fi movie.
Yeah, a little bit.
But then that's in there, and I said, okay, so we've got some crazy shit going on.
Yeah, there's a lot. Also,
that was like the one thing. Like Gravity didn't really interest me. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's just a survival.
I know it. Yeah. I know it's a technically well-made movie and it's well-directed, but it just thematically it didn't look very interesting.
I get that.
And that's a problem I have with a lot of these outer space movies that are semi-realistic. Mm-hmm. I think you got to add some fantastic elements into it to make it a good science fiction.
Like Interstellar.
Yes.
the only two people who like that movie.
Apparently, which
who not only like the movie, I love that fucking movie.
Yeah, we thought it was amazing, but it's the weirdest thing. No, but this looks like Interstellar with maybe a little more action.
Interestingly,
possibly
same cinematographer as Interstellar, Hoyt van Hoytema, and it looks similar. There's a lot of crazy, weird looking imagery in certain scenes. I'm like, what is that
which
about?
Ones?
Like, there's one where like Brad Pitt's like standing in a hallway and it's like red and like the lights are shutting off in front of him. Like, what is going on there? It looks weird. Like, it looks like a sci-fi. Like, yeah, this looks pretty good.
That's what I mean. I think it's been a while since we've had a sci-fi where it's sort of real. I mean, really, since I think Interstellar was the last one that really interests me. Mm-hmm. Whatever the hell the Arrival, that looked boring. I didn't end up seeing it.
I like that one.
All right, so apparently there's been a few I just haven't seen.
It's whatever. It's been a neglected genre as of late. Unless you're talking like Alita, where it's a property, or Guardians of the Galaxy.
No,
where it's
see, like that
property.
doesn't count because it's a completely different planet. And all the outer space battles are mostly dogfights.
Right.
Plane versus or ship versus ship.
Terminator 6 or 5? Is this 5?
I don't know.
Where it's like, this was at one point an original idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a neglected genre. And hopefully Ad Astra is a welcome return to the hard sci-fi of old. 2001-ish, you think, maybe?
Oh, I'm definitely getting a little bit of those vibes. Space Odyssey.
Hell yeah.
That's kind of what I'm getting at is I'd like to see more original movies. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I know we talk about that ad nauseum, but this one could be an important one.
I agree.
To bring that back, since it's big. It's not a small concept. Mm-hmm. Big concept movie, sci-fi, original. There's a lot of ways it could go wrong, but hopefully it doesn't. Mm-hmm. So we'll be looking out for that. And if you haven't seen the trailer, that's Ad Astra. Check it out. All right, on to our next story.
This is some rather sad news. Warner Brothers is not coming to Comic-Con in the capacity we expect. Actually, very limited capacity. None of their films will be coming to Hall H, which is like the big sort of premiere area where most of the big studios go. Instead, all we're getting is a look at It Chapter 2 at the event that they call Scare Diego at the San Diego Comic-Con. Mm-hmm. So that means no previews of Joker, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 84, Dune, Kong versus Godzilla. None of the movies that are coming out next year or beyond are going to be there. And this marks a big trend recently. D23, which is Disney's own in-house convention where they show Star Wars slate, Marvel slate, you've heard of it.
Pixar Live, it's just where they show all their stuff.
Yeah.
They make big announcements usually.
This has marked a reason for Disney to no longer attend Comic-Con at all. In a large capacity at least. We don't know for sure if they're going to be there this year, but it seems like they won't.
That's kind of crazy to me because, as you said, we don't really know for sure if Marvel's not going to be there, but my guess is that because of D23, there's a large likelihood that they won't be. But to me, that's very, very strange to have San Diego Comic-Con, and then you would think the prime thing that used to be in Hall H is comic book movies. And the two largest publishers' characters are owned by Disney and Warner Brothers, right. Marvel and DC. So to have neither one of those companies there is a bit weird.
Yeah, it is very odd.
Bloodshot going to make its Hall H debut?
Who knows?
I forgot that movie's coming.
Are we getting, what's the other movie that they're making?
Bloodshot, Ninjak or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're making Ninjak yet, but Bloodshot's the only Morbius.
Oh boy.
Oh, because it's
Sony. Yeah, maybe we'll get Morbius, and what else can they show?
I don't. The point is the fact that we're digging deep to find anything. That's kind of weird.
Maybe we'll get a couple looks at some regular movies, like maybe Universal will be there.
But I don't want to see regular movies at San Diego Comic-Con.
I know, it's weird. Man.
I mean, I'm only part joking. I mean, but the place for big adaptations of comics, this is the place. Regular movies are great, but San Diego Comic-Con, that's kind of a weird place for, I guess, normie movies.
We've seen a bit of a de-emphasis on Comic-Con as being the place through which studios can showcase upcoming projects in favor of CinemaCon.
Oh, that's right.
The exhibitors convention for theater people, and
that's true because they did show Joker, and they showed it wasn't a trailer exactly, but it was kind of a behind the scenes look at Birds of Prey.
Yeah, and I think Chapter 2 was also a big part of that, and a lot of other studios showed stuff, and it makes sense. It's a more theater and filmic centric event, even though Comic-Con kind of has become a de facto movie convention as of late.
I know no one at that Comic-Con is there to buy comics. Right.
It's very weird.
But the point is, my question is, where are we going to see these?
Where
do you think that
for Joker and Birds of Prey and Wonder Woman 84?
More specifically for Birds of Prey and Wonder Woman 84, because we did get the first Joker trailer at the very least.
Yeah. I would say keep your eye on the Warner Brothers YouTube page.
They're just going to random release them? That's lame.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I figure part of that, maybe, how much do you think leaks have to do with this? People leaking footage before the official trailer reveal at Comic-Con.
But that's why they had that problem with Suicide Squad, and that's why I thought last year said, screw it. We'll just release the trailer once we release it.
Yeah, the day of.
Show.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I've been wrapping my brain around this. I can't figure it out.
Do you think it's leaks? Well, here's something that might have to do with it. Since they're kind of quietly just, softly rebooting most of the universe and kind of making amendments here and there to sort of make this new DC universe, whatever the hell that is.
Right.
Well, because this is the thing I've been saying about what is your vision? I know you said you don't have... we're making an emphasis on the solo movies. Whether you like it or not, they're still kind of connected.
I bet it's got to be more practical than that. I think it's either they just don't want to pony up the money or the resources or logistics, and they just want to release the trailers cheaply, like on YouTube, or maybe there's an issue going on with the Comic-Con people between them and the Warner Brothers event marketing people. I don't know. Because last year was a pretty big success for them. They showed Godzilla, they showed Shazam and Aquaman, and they had some other stuff. They showed Wonder Woman 84 teaser image, or they showed a full-blown scene from that fucking movie.
Yeah.
So it's very weird. Yeah, coming hot off of that year, they're just like, peace. It's very weird.
Okay, so quickly back to the whole de-emphasis of the universe thing. Maybe it's that they have a plan, like, because I'm kind of ragging on them. What's their direction? Maybe they have a plan, but because they think there might be changes along the way, they just don't want to make a big announcement where they lay everything out, for the public to see. This is our plan. This is this or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like a slate announcement.
Yeah, it could be. But there's been no...
but that still doesn't make sense for not showing footage.
Right. And there's been no plans for them to be like, well, we're going to have our own event. It's like, we don't know if or when they're going to be showing those trailers.
I mean, but...
Or where.
Hasn't Warner Brothers had, a presser where they have a bunch of people and they just make a big announcement?
Oh, like a press conference?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they do it like D23 or like
not that size, but something of that nature.
I think they just release statements like such and such is happening.
Okay, well, I don't know. That just sucks because I've been dying to know what in the holy hell is going on with this Birds of Prey movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll find out. I guarantee you. Look at the Warner Brothers movies coming out this summer. You'll be getting one of those.
What, a trailer with it, or a teaser at least
for either Wonder Woman 84 or Birds of Prey. I would suspect Wonder Woman 84 because that's been done for like a year.
Oh, yeah, because they delayed it or whatever the hell.
Yeah, which Patty Jenkins has gone back on and said, I regret delaying it.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck that bullshit. Oh, no, this is the right time. No, it's never the right time to delay it 6 months.
Mm-hmm. God damn it. I want to see it now.
It just sucks, though, that movies are like that now. Nope, can't have it within 2 weeks of this other movie, the one of 7 movies people are going to go see in theaters this year, because then we'll make no money at all. How crazy is that?
It's wacky, man.
This is bullshit, though. We've been talking about how weird that is. Remember when we were just, like, earlier today, we were looking at the Wikipedia of just random years past. Mm-hmm. There'd be 3 movies that are wildly successful, didn't cost nearly as much, and all released within, what, a week, 2 weeks of each other?
Yeah.
Now you can't do that.
No.
And then you look, well, shit, there's one of those at least a month, so I'm sorry, we just have to wait till February of next year, or sorry, June of next year.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Wish we'd gotten it this year, but we're going to have to wait. And who knows when we'll get a trailer, but it won't be at Comic-Con this year, guys.
Yeah, but okay, so what do you think it'll be put in front of, maybe? You said some Warner Brothers movie will have it.
I say keep an eye out with It Chapter 2 or Joker.
Well, It Chapter 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Because that'll be, what, that's, only a few months away.
Yeah. I think either of those. I think both of them could have...
You think anything sooner?
Well,
check. What do they got?
They got like Shaft, or Shaft, and like maybe Annabelle Comes Home, but that's probably going to be a minor box office success. I'm imagining, and that comes out later this month. My money's on It Chapter 2 because that's September 6th. Well, that's the end of the summer.
By that time, it's almost a foregone conclusion. It'll have one or the other,
and that's a lot of people will see that. I'm guessing. It Chapter 2.
Oh, of course.
A lot of people in front of it.
That's my tied for first place most anticipated movie of the year.
Right. So I would say my money's on It Chapter 2, if not Joker in second place.
All right. Nothing in between in the meantime?
No. Nothing yet. Right. And nothing, most importantly, nothing at Comic-Con this year.
That's so weird. That's what sucks is July would be a nice, give us a little teaser kind of time of the year. Mm-hmm. Oh well, we got greedy, Martin.
Yeah,
that's what happened at Comic-Con last year. We got so much. You got greedy, Martin. All right, moving right along to our next story. Also related to WB debacles. Swamp Thing's been canceled after just one episode, but there's more to it than that. It's not as simple as it sounds.
I guess there was some budgetary discrepancy involving the North Carolina Film Office. I think they said there was a $40 million tax rebate that was going to be issued onto the production of Swamp Thing's budget. This didn't happen. This tax rebate didn't go through, so they ended up spending like twice the amount that they wanted to, or something to that effect.
So what you're saying is it also had to do with DC Universe having no money.
Yeah, very much so. And them kind of being desperate at getting people to buy this $75 subscription service or whatever the hell that they just don't want.
It's still $8 a month.
Yeah.
When you can get Netflix for a couple dollars more. You get far more content.
Mm-hmm.
And as we've said over and over again, they did this backwards by making it its own thing instead of making it part of Warner Media.
Yeah, which is forthcoming.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we like to complain about Disney being too big, it seems so far that they're doing things right.
There's a reason why they're so big.
Right.
They've figured it out.
Well, that's precisely it. They did figure it out, and I think they were right to be patient with Disney Plus. Because, we'll have it 2019, just, sort of end of the year. Was it September or even later, November or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So that was smart of them because there's a lot of troubleshooting with these streaming services that needs to be done.
Oh, yeah.
And this kind of, it surprises me that it's like the axe is just coming down this quickly.
Yeah.
However, the woes of the financial success or lack thereof with DC Universe is not surprising.
No, me neither. I'm actually not surprised, especially after learning about this clerical paperwork error or whatever it is, which, by the way, the North Carolina Film Office is denying happened. I mean, it seems to me it's probably a little, like, not far-fetched.
They just show up at the office with the big burlap sack with money signs on it. Oh, we're here for the $20 million?
Right. I mean, it's...
I think you guys have made a mistake.
Yeah, a little bit. It's like, why didn't they cancel Titans or Doom Patrol then?
I don't know.
Probably because they didn't have a giant $40 million paperwork error that happened with it. I'm imagining.
That could be a small detail. That's part of it. That's a good question. Apparently, the people who watched this Swamp Thing said it was real good.
That's what I heard. I heard it's very good.
And I mean, people thought it was good, not just people lying to themselves saying bullshit like Titans is good.
No, and to be fair, Swamp Thing is a character I've neglected for a long time. Like,
I have no
Alan
interest
Moore.
in Swamp Thing. I've never found him interesting. I've never wanted to learn more about him.
I'm
I
there
don't want to
with
see
you.
the series.
No, I mean, I'm kind of morbidly curious in the series now.
Well, I mean, I guess there's that angle only,
right?
Because now I got to see what all the hubbub's about. Mm-hmm. But when they announced Swamp Thing, I thought, whatever. This is just this any monster thing to me. I don't really care that much.
Mm-hmm. Chalk this one up to being another good television show, I suppose, that got canceled.
Yep. And now on to some other shows that got canceled.
Some of which are
okay.
Good.
Happy and Deadly Class have both been canceled at Syfy.
So this is obviously important to us because we watched the first season of Deadly Class, right?
We watched the whole season.
Yeah.
And, man, as a whole, it just wasn't that good.
It was not what it could have been.
It had a lot of promise as a premise.
And a couple of good episodes.
A couple of great episodes, in fact. But overall, it kind of sucked.
Yeah, and I think the viewership...
Not blue ass chunks.
No.
Just kind of sucked.
Yeah, and I think the viewership was less than stellar. What's interesting to me is Happy, because this is a show that they greenlit into a second season. So this was a show that I'd imagine... Did it premiere the second season already?
Yeah, it's. I think it's still on, or... No, it's... Wait, what the hell am I talking about? Okay, it's definitely done by now.
So obviously it didn't do as well as it did the first time for them to greenlight it for a third season, so that's that.
Perhaps they're making room for other shows, such as Chucky.
Yeah, I was gonna say they've got a pretty wide swath of shows that they've picked up.
Isn't there about 3 or 4 coming up?
Yeah, there's a few. They've been tinkering with some things.
What do you know? What the other ones are?
There's one called Future Cult Classic by that kid who wrote part of the Ballerina script or the John Wick thing. Shay Hatton, I think is his name. And then I don't know the others. But they've got some things in the pipe. And from what I've heard, Happy and Deadly Class, if you're a fan, don't fret entirely. They're still being shopped around.
Shopped around at other networks. Man, can't we just... Please let it die. Please let it die. No, but for real, though, if it didn't work, just let it be, man. I mean... Well, I guess if you're going to do it real soon, or rather in time for whenever the next season would have came out, fine. But if it takes longer than that, just don't bother.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Because, did Supergirl get canceled or did it just jump networks? Because I know that's happened from time to time.
I think it just jumped.
Okay, so that's different. It was not... there's no way that got canceled. It's pretty popular.
Yeah, I don't think it did. But, I know, Last Man Standing got canceled and it jumped over to Fox?
Something like that.
Yeah. I think, yeah. That's happened a few times. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, same deal. But
the Netflix, that's where I think you really should have just let it go.
Yeah, I think that might be interesting.
I've even heard Arrested Development, the Netflix. I've heard it's all right, but it's not as good as the original.
Mm-hmm. They've done that with a few shows. I think Lucifer is on Netflix now.
Yeah, that's right. Lucifer's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. I think that show You was originally on Lifetime.
Or
something, and then it's on Netflix. I don't know.
Well, so that doesn't surprise me.
There's a lot of shows that go that route. Maybe Deadly Class and or happy will be either of those shows to do it, or both. Who knows? I'm going to say probably not. They don't have a huge audience.
That was the thing, is the ratings were not stellar for, and I mean even the live plus 70 or whatever the hell metric you want to use, were not super stellar for Deadly Class, and they dropped significantly pretty much every episode, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'd agree with you. I don't think it's very likely.
Yeah.
But, I mean, sci-fi right now, they're still figuring shit out, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've got their 3 or 4 shows that are really popular.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know that Winona Earp show is super popular.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Magicians, that's another super popular one.
Killjoys.
Yeah, but I just don't think they have room for a huge slate.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of Fox in the early 2000s.
Oh, yeah?
Shit would just get canceled. Do you remember how many...
Oh, I mean, like Firefly. And
Firefly, how many...
Was Dollhouse a sci-fi show or Fox?
Fox.
Okay.
Firefly, Dollhouse, Greg the Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is that show? Fast Lane.
Yeah, there was an actual
There's
like
so many shows.
There was an actual good like procedural court show on there called Justice that I really liked that they canceled. And
Andy Richter Controls the Universe.
Yeah, well, there was some
this is
good
like
shows on
that
there.
Family Guy joke.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's just no room for us. They gotta make room for more Dark Angel, Greg the Bunny. Like we're reliving that joke right now.
Yeah, a little
because that's how many shows were canceled on Fox. What in the hell were we talking? Sci-fi, right?
Yeah. It's cramped up there, and they got some stuff in development, so stuff had to make room.
Whatever, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
God, I can't wait for the Chucky show.
Yes.
All right, so that'll do it. Those shows are canceled. Shit happens. Oh well. Moving on to our final news story. So there's a new movie in the works at Blumhouse from director Jeff Wadlow. We have a horror movie coming out. It's based on the 8-Ball. You know, like the toy you shake and it says, "Don't count on it, definitely yes."
Mm-hmm.
We're getting a horror movie based on that.
Yeah, we've got ourselves a statement from Mattel executives saying, since the 1950s, Magic 8-Ball has inspired imagination, suspense, and intrigue across generations. The iconic toy has a built-in connection with fans and untapped potential for storytelling. There are no partners better suited to tell the Magic 8-Ball story in collaboration with Mattel Films than Jeff Wadlow and Blumhouse Productions, whose unique approach to the thriller genre has captivated audiences worldwide and has gained widespread accolades. A Magic 8-Ball horror thriller.
I love how there's a statement from Mattel, of all people.
About the magic of the Magic 8-Ball story.
Yes.
The story? Like, here's
a spokesperson from Whammo had this to say about the hula hoop movie.
Like, here's where I'll grant you, like, Candyland, okay. So there's a story.
There's like a board, there's characters.
Sure.
There's like a...
I'll even grant you Mousetrap. All right, fine.
Yeah, the mouse are trying not to get trapped.
Don't Wake Daddy? Fine.
That movie writes itself. What is the main objective? To not wake Daddy.
Sock 'em boppers? I draw the fucking line.
No, inanimate object. Yeah, objects is where we draw the line.
God damn it, this is something you play with for 3 minutes and get bored.
Like the CEO of Whoopee Cushion had this to say about the Whoopee Cushion movie. Making fake fart noises has been American pastime since 1945.
Tom Green stars Whoopee.
Yeah. It's like, you don't understand. If they all sit down at the same time, it could be too late. They'll all die of embarrassment.
Daddy, would you like some Whoopee? Daddy, would you like some Whoopee? What is happening to movies?
You know what they really gotta do is Alka-Seltzer, the movie.
Yeah, oh God.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
What is going on? We once made a game back in the day in our early episodes called Adapt This, where I would just say shit like Zataran's rice or Rice-A-Roni or fucking...
No, yeah, I was like, Robert...
Yo-yo.
Robert, pitch me a movie based on Skip It.
Yeah, and we just had to go.
We thought this is the stupidest thing possible. This is a joke, you know? We're making fun of I guess we're exaggerating
the future of IP.
Yeah, we're exaggerating the future of IP, but now it's an exaggeration no longer. It's legit. Like, that's the kind of things they're doing. Just name any product. Ziploc bag the movie.
No, here comes our hefty John Cena movie.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Hefty versus wimpy. Yeah. Dawn of Plastic. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, this is weird, man. It's a weird time. I kind of love this.
Well, see, I kind of hate it, but I kind of love it at the same time.
I mean, it's like, all right, we're going, okay, all right, I'll see it.
You know what?
If there was any other director...
see, that's how I was going to say. They chose the right person for the job.
Jeff Wadlow is a man.
He's a national treasure. He directed one of the finest films of all time.
Truth or Dare, starring Lucy Hale.
Right. Never Back Down. He also made Kick-Ass 2, which is just kind of a not good movie. But he's made some pretty funny bad and like kind of awesome bad movies. So maybe this is going to be good. See, that was the thing is... When I didn't realize he directed Truth or Dare. Mm-hmm. I caught a little bit of that on TV once. I was dying laughing. I laughed probably more at that than I have at a studio comedy in a good 5-6 years.
Are these... So I know they were trying to get a Hot Wheels movie off the ground. Mattel was. Are these going to be tangentially connected? Is there going to be a Hot Wheels movie and a Mattel movie and a Barbie movie all happen in the same universe?
You know what? I don't think so. Because if you're doing a horror movie, you can't throw that in with Barbie. Because, this is going to be... Well, unless they make it one of those shitty tween horror movies.
Speaking of the board games I mentioned, where's my motherfucking Parker Brothers cinematic universe? What the hell? Or Milton Bradley. We could have dueling universes. Parker Brothers and Milton Bradley can be like DC versus Marvel now. Parker Brothers is better. Milton Bradley movie. Hope the rights return to Milton Bradley.
Revert to Milton Bradley.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I don't think that would work for a Mattel universe.
Yeah, that would be an odd play. But then again, so would a Magic 8-Ball movie.
Okay, number one, the Magic 8-Ball movie I can at least understand, kind of, sort of. Mm-hmm. It's like they made an Ouija movie or some shit, didn't they?
Yeah, but that's like got a built-in horror premise where it's like ghosts.
Where it's kind of part of horror lore, especially because of The Exorcist and other stuff.
Like I get that. There's a built-in built-in actual suspense. Like this one's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I thought the most involved we were going to get with an 8-ball was the fucking Shazam scenes with the 8-ball and the one fucking kid. But now they're like, they saw that and were like, wait a minute, this is a movie.
I always think that, though, like, there's got to be someone who sees one scene in every movie and says, but what if we just did that and only made it $2 million budget? That's a movie on its own.
Why can't Hollywood rewatch Dumb and Dumber and realize the shitting toilet scene for what it is? It is the fucking seed from which a beautiful movie plant can grow. That is a thriller scene. God, that's a scary scene.
Okay, so basically, if there was a movie of just that scene, it would end up being like My Dinner with Andre, but with taking a 2-hour shit.
Do not lie to me. There is more suspense. There's more suspense in unknowingly shitting into a broken toilet than shaking a Magic 8-Ball and getting an answer to your question. There's more suspense, even as a kid. How scared are you? Oh, man. No, this is crazy. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
But back to the universe thing. There's a...
I think you're right. I don't think it's going to happen.
But there's an unfortunate part of me that thinks they're going to attempt to make it a universe. Well, because there's so many things, I keep hearing rumblings about the Hasbro universe, where it's, G.I. Joe and Transformers and all that shit.
That's been a thing for a while.
Yeah, and who knows if that's going to get off the ground. Apparently, there's another one of those coming out. Like
new G.I. Joe?
Snake Eyes something. That's been it. I don't know if it's legit getting started or whatever, but I know it's at least in development.
I was done after 1.
Yeah. No, I love this 8-Ball movie.
This is crazy.
It's a horrible idea, but I think it's
so crazy.
It's so dumb. It just might work. So I'm looking forward to that. And then after this movie is rousing success, we can pitch the 2-hour shitting movie.
Or a 3.5-hour epic ball in a cup movie. Can we get one? Please? Lincoln Logs the movie?
Lincoln Logs.
Tinker Toys?
I could see a Lincoln Logs. No, because that'd be too much like Lego movie.
Yeah,
oh, wait, but that doesn't stop in Playmobil.
No,
movie.
it's not. Get our Connects movie out, man. God damn it. Mega Blocks, get on the ball.
No, I like Connects because there's an engineering approach,
Get the Erector Set movie going, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Basically, building shit movies. That should be the Lego should extend an olive branch to the other building shit toys.
Still waiting on my Swiffer Wet Jet movie.
Yeah. Well, who the hell knows at this point? The CEO of Swiffer Wet Jet. Yeah, okay.
We're excited to
Yeah.
We're excited to launch our new product cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Imagine how lame the toys would be for that.
Just be a fucking Swiffer Wet Jet.
The exec's like, guys, what about action figures? But we've already got Swiffer Wet Jets. Yeah, I know, but what about action figures?
Some guy in the back of the room is like, this is the shittiest idea for selling Swiffer Wet Jets. Like, we're just spending $400 million on a movie based on a product that already exists. Why can't we just make a good commercial?
Like, look, unit sales are through the roof, but we're also bankrupt because we spent so much money making the movie.
It's unsustainable.
Anyway, so products the movie. That's basically the future. All right. So that'll do it for the news.
Now moving on to the review portion of the podcast. We start off and end off the review portion of the podcast with our review of Godzilla, King of the Monsters, the sequel to the 2014 film Godzilla. This is, of course, directed by Michael Dougherty instead of Gareth Edwards, not Evans.
Yeah, right.
And this is just about, it takes place during the fallout of Godzilla 1. Some new monsters are afoot, and there are peeps out there that want to unleash them on the world for reasons. And
yeah, for reasons.
So, you and I have, for the most part this year, mostly agreed on the most of the movies that have come out. We didn't like Captain Marvel that much. I thought it was okay. You thought it was not very good at all.
Yeah, well, not very good at all means I thought it sucked balls.
It's I mean, you didn't think it was very good.
I'd retroactively make my score more like a 2 out of 5.
Right.
It's bad to me, but not like awful.
Hellboy was not good.
Hellboy sucked.
Avengers Endgame, pretty damn good.
Pretty damn good, yeah.
We don't diverge too much. This one, from the inklings I've gotten, just on their face, or just on the face of what you've been saying, it sounds like we might diverge a little bit. But I think we can come to an agreement just at the first point here. This is most certainly not as good as Godzilla 2014.
Yeah, no shit. So as you said, the plot boils down to pretty much they're trying to wake these monsters, and they're using this weird machine that Kyle Chandler's character developed, and his wife is using it. And then there's some bad guy, and there's all this other bullshit, and then there's the other scientists. Then there's the dumbass shootout scenes. This movie sucks. I hated it. I hated this movie so much. I was in utter shock at how much I disliked this movie.
Damn.
So where do we get started without going into spoilers? All right, I'll keep it non-spoiler. Well, okay. Fights weren't long enough. Okay, so the first one, I heard that was kind of a common complaint. Number one, I thought the first one was just a better movie.
I agree.
The characters were simpler, You got soldier guy, you got his wife, and you got some army guys and whatever.
Yes, they're easier.
They're easier to understand. You get the deal. They're like, shit, we gotta stop this natural disaster, but it's also a biological natural disaster since we're dealing with a monster. Whatever. Simple. This, who the fuck knows what's going on? There's too many factions. There's too many sides.
It gets a little too big for its britches, but I will say this much.
What's that?
This might be a hot take. I actually like the protagonist of this movie more than Godzilla the first one.
I don't like any of the characters in this. They all suck.
Not even Kyle Chandler?
No, it's just like Kyle Chandler. I kept thinking, for some reason, in the back of my head, I thought, why is he acting like the dude from Star Trek? For God's sakes, God, Jim, I'm a doctor.
Oh, Bones McCoy.
He sounded like he was emulating that speech pattern. For God's sakes, Vera Farmiga, I'm a doctor, not a Godzilla, whatever the fuck summoner.
Yeah, the performance is I like the character more just because he had more going on with him.
Sure,
because it's the first. Like Aaron Taylor Johnson. It's like, that's the only, I just want my family back. This one's like, I hate Godzilla, kinda. But is Godzilla's
Ben Affleck from Batman v Superman, but not quite.
But yes, and I will say he doesn't get. You could make a complete case that he isn't the protagonist of this movie, and that there are other people. It's not very clear, and I will agree with you there. The story is a bit of a mess at times.
Well, here's the problem: don't make a fucking kaiju movie complicated at all. That's never gonna work out. Mm-hmm. Like, look, okay, prime example. I mean, I love this movie because it's horrible. Godzilla Final Wars. Who the hell could raise your hand, anyone in the world, if you can tell me, like, a concise, give me a brief synopsis of the plot. It's not possible.
No, it's
There's
too
so
hard.
much weird shit going on with aliens and whatnot. Mm-hmm. This kind of felt like the same. It's hard to say without spoiling, so I'll just keep it simple. There's a lot of factions that all want different things, and there's all this shit about, though, so-and-so's on this side when you thought they were on the opposite side before. Mm-hmm. There's a couple times, and it's fairly obvious, and it's not a big twist, and it just feels dumb when it happens. You said, really? You're going through with this? I felt that happening, and
That's
it's
really
so dumb.
That's really my only issue, is that twist. Beyond that, I think the story for me it was fine. There's really only three factions.
There's literally no good acting anywhere to be found. Except one person, Millie Bobby Brown, the daughter. I thought she was one of the only people who did good acting. Ken Watanabe had some moments.
I thought Ken Watanabe was very good,
but I felt like there were certain lines where he just had to. Oh, the script is so bad. Yeah. He's just cringing to say the lines.
So my brother it's
weird too, because I like Kyle Chandler and I like Vera Farmiga a lot.
Well, we'll get to Vera in the spoiler section, but
but that's what I'm saying is I really like the cast, but some of the cast. But just the acting was not there for me.
Yeah,
and
I was all right with it.
It was bad enough where it wasn't like kind of to me there's a difference between bad fun where it's kind of winking at the camera or whatever. Mm-hmm. This did not feel like this. This just felt like overacting because they knew the script was shitty and they're just trying to force out lines.
I don't know. There's some this wasn't like Jesse Eisenberg and Batman v Superman bad, where it's like what are you doing?
It was close.
No, it isn't.
Oh,
there's maybe character. I'll say this much: Bradley Whitford's close.
He sucks.
He's bad.
He's like, I'm comedic relief guy.
It's bad. But Kyle Chandler, he's fine. It's fine.
I wasn't buying it one iota.
But that, I didn't need him to be good.
Philosophically, I understood the character's point of view.
Yeah, that's fine. And I thought his performance facilitated it. Fine. He's not the person I had the bone to pick with. It was two other characters.
He's not the main person. He was one of them.
It was Bradley Whitford and
what's the guy from Silicon Valley?
Really?
He sucked in this.
He was okay.
He wasn't funny. He was doing that.
This is because I've seen replicas this year. Well, and it gets worse with Thomas Middleditch performances. Much as I like him.
He was doing that mumbly joke talk shit, and it wasn't funny. None of the jokes were landing. My theater with him, all his jokes were dead silence.
I think every joke
the worst character by far was Dr. Chen.
The worst character or worst performance?
Both.
Not Vera Farmiga.
Okay. Her character is pretty bad, but
her character is by far the worst character in my opinion.
Her character is unnecessary, but we'll get to that at spoilers. So, Dr. Chen. Oh my God, guys! I'm just going to state something that someone already said. It's like, guys, don't you see? We need to use the machine to wake up the monster. Mm-hmm. Guys, we need to use machine to wake up the monster. No shit. Someone already said that. Mm-hmm. Every time she opened her mouth, I literally thought in my head at one point, stop talking. Which kills me, because it's like, when the movie was over, I'm like, who was that? And I'm like,
man, you didn't know?
Zhang Ziyi.
Yeah.
From fucking Crouching Dragon.
Yeah.
She's a good actress. What
Yeah.
the fuck happened?
Yeah, I think it was just... I agree. I mean, these side characters are not good.
They're
not
horrible.
very good, no.
But you spend so much time with them. That's my other huge problem with this movie. It's one thing to have a lot of, human scenes in a monster movie, but make those scenes good. Make them believable. I wasn't buying anything these people are saying. All the shit they were talking about was completely idiotic.
Not even the scene with Ken Watanabe that's very good.
There's one great...
Okay, so that's not scene. Every scene. You said every scene involving the supporting characters. There's one, you can say most, and I'll agree with you on that, but there's a lot of scenes in here that don't have them in it. And they're just monsters fighting. And while they're not long, there are more.
No, I take that back. The Ken Watanabe scene was still dumb because it reminded me of Armageddon, which is a crappy movie.
Well, not okay. I can't spoil it.
And
I was going to say.
And by
something.
the way, spoilers. I don't give a shit. Spoilers. It's a callback to the original movie. So if you've seen the first Gojira,
there's a lot of fucking callbacks to the original.
Yeah.
There's a lot of callbacks to a lot of Godzilla movies in this, which is interesting.
All right, so you can't see anything during a lot of the fights because there's too much storming going on. You know, also this movie did. There's about 4 really cool shots in this entire movie, and guess what? They're all in the trailer.
Which one?
Okay, the one where
trailer,
I don't know. I think the Comic-Con trailer, the one where you show DC, the one you show Mothra waking up, the one where Godzilla and Ghidorah charge at each other, and Rodan doing a barrel roll.
What about the scene of Ghidorah on top of the volcano and the cross in the foreground? Because that's like one of the greatest shots I've seen all year.
Meh.
What about the scene of a certain character walking up stairs with lava flowing in the back? Like, there's good-looking scenes. I will second your notion. By that point
of the movie, I was so checked out.
I will second your notion that some of the scenes don't look as good as they could be or as shot as
I didn't think the special effects were all that good.
Really?
No.
I think this is some of the best rendering I've seen all year in special effects.
What? This is crazy.
No, like, it looks pretty fucking good. Like,
Where?
what scene doesn't look good? Which scene?
I don't know. I just felt like the whole Antarctica fight scene didn't look all that great.
Here's where I'll give you it didn't look good. Anything involving humans and also monsters.
Yeah.
So like a scene where like a monster gets or a character gets thrown by a monster or something doesn't look the best. Yeah. But like
there's a scene where a character is jogging away slowly when shit's going to hell behind this person. It looked very bad.
Well, thankfully though, like the monster scenes, like them fighting, looked pretty good
for the 13 seconds of fighting you saw before it cuts back to humans.
No, there's a lot of fighting in this. There's almost too much, as was the case with some critics.
What?
That's
outrageous. I didn't think there was nearly enough.
That's what the criticism was. There's too much fighting, not enough good character development, which I agree with some of it. I do agree that there's not nearly enough and too much character.
I feel like I was screened a different showing than everyone else because I didn't think there was really that much fighting. This movie was way too long.
No, I think you're in the majority of what most critics felt because they gave this movie a fucking thrashing, and I walked in with very low expectations. But I don't get. I've seen way fucking worse this year. Way fucking worse.
I mean, I can't give scores, but I did not like this very much at all.
That's all right. That's the power of movies.
Okay, so what else we got? I kind of covered most of it. I just thought the pacing sucked. Took too long to get from point A to point B.
I hear you.
Fuck it. Time to do spoilers. I can't hold it in anymore.
Let's do it.
Okay,
let's talk about
the world is going to hell in a handbasket, and Millie Bobby Brown's character is just like slowly jogging away from it. That scene looked that was at the point where I know it's nitpick at that point, but I've already decided I hate this movie. Mm-hmm. So that part I literally laughed out loud.
Let's talk about that character or those characters in general.
Oh, the whole family?
Not even that. Just Vera Farmiga and Millie Bobby Brown.
Her whole turncoat thing. That was so fucking stupid.
Right? I'm like, you're a scientist?
No. I have to work with the bad guy. And then they did the classic, Mom, you've turned into the bad guy. Oh no, I've done wrong. But then I've got to do right.
They start saying shit like Millie Bobby Brown says stuff like...
Did she die in the end? I don't even remember.
Who?
Vera Farmiga's character.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
imagining she
that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't even remember the ending because this movie just sucked so badly.
Her car beefs it, and she like fucking dies, and she has that line where right before Godzilla goes supernova. Which, come on, god damn it, you didn't think that was fucking cool?
It was too short.
It was. What part was too short? That whole fight or the
that
part
whole
where
ending?
The ending was too short.
Mothra's lame.
What part about Mothra's lame? I'll say this much. Killing Mothra was lame, but Mothra is lame?
Well, that's the thing. It's, okay, we got Mothra to come back. Oh, I'll get him. Psych, just dies. It's
that
like,
was
thanks
not cool.
for being so useful.
Yeah. She blows up and, like, sprays Godzilla with her
I think one of the only
the
cool parts, like really good scenes for, longer than 45 seconds was Rodan versus all the planes.
I love that scene. That was real fun.
That was probably the only scene I really liked, and then everything else that was cool was in the trailer. And okay, there's one shot in particular that was very misleading. It's the shot in the trailer where you see DC in shambles, and you think, oh man, we're gonna see shit go down in DC, but you don't really, because it's just you just get the after effect the after shot of what happened. And there's too many shots in this movie. They promised us something so grandiose and so much bigger than it really was. They showed, oh yeah, we'll just go to this scene real quick and then we're going to cut away. It reminded me of Valerian. Valerian did that in several instances in the movie where, oh wow, what's this cool, interesting world? Oh no, we're just going to stay here for a couple seconds, then we're going to move on to some boring ass room with nothing particularly interesting in it.
Sure. Yeah.
So that was a huge problem I had, was there's so many shots. This movie just didn't really deliver what the trailer seemed like it was promising.
Yeah, I get you there. It wasn't...
Like, this is the ultimate rumble. No, we had, 4 monsters all together, but at the end? Ghidorah, Rodan...
Mothra and Godzilla.
And then the other monsters show up, and I'm like, oh shit's about to go down. No, we're just gonna bow to Godzilla. Fuck that.
Well, I mean, that was...
Fight, goddammit.
No, I mean, that was what they said was going to happen, is, like, Godzilla needs to fucking kill Ghidorah, which I actually liked that. I liked that they're... Well, the whole thing of Vera Farmiga being like, we gotta unleash all these monsters because it's just going to reset the world back to whatever the fuck because humanity sucks. I'm like, oh, man, this is dumb.
Her whole character was redundant.
It's bad. But the thing I do like... Okay. The thing I like is them finding out, oh, fuck, Ghidorah is not from Earth, so he's just here to fuck up Earth. Yeah. So that's not good. I like that twist, but it's predicated by really bad plot. So I like parts of this story.
What you're saying, I didn't even realize, because by that point I didn't give a shit anymore. Okay, her character, honestly, what the fuck was the difference between her and the bearded guy? They could have just gotten rid of her altogether. Well, they could have just made the bearded guy like one of the former Monarch scientists or whatever the hell. Mm-hmm. Her character was unnecessary.
Bearded guy doesn't die.
Whatever.
Bearded guy's got to come back for Godzilla.
Well, they probably should have killed him because he sucked. He had no purpose.
Well, did you see the post-credit scene? I'm sure you did not.
No, I stayed because... You did? I said, all right, if you want me to stay on board at all, you better show this thing like, who the fuck is this Godzilla guy? Boom, 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 beats his chest, lets out a mighty roar, and there we see Kong, looking off in the distance at Godzilla or something.
Well,
it's even lamer.
Well, wait a minute.
People bang Ghidorah heads.
Well, allow me to educate you for a second.
Go right ahead.
The fucking credits of the movie say that all the monsters are converging on Skull Island, and they show fucking King Kong. So there was that.
Yeah.
Second of all,
it should have shown Godzilla beating his chest I'm ready to throw down.
I mean, that would have been cool, but it was just the newspaper clippings. They should have shown him
ready to throw hands. Oh, but, newspaper clipping, how exciting.
Well, I mean, it's they allude to so there's going to be another movie. But then the post-credit scene is actually in reference to Mecha King Ghidorah.
Oh, whatever.
Because in the original movies, Godzilla ripped his head off, and they made a robot head version. Anyway, look, I'm not going to fiercely defend this because it's not a very good movie. It's at all. But I was fine with it. Like
I was
I was able to look
supremely
past
bored.
it. I get that too. I get that, but I just I was able to look past the
you know
some of the issues.
You know what, the part where I realized, like, what the fuck is this movie even? And this is where it felt like Godzilla Final Wars, but not in a hilarious way. When they're having their dumbass gun battle in Antarctica, I thought, where the fuck is Godzilla? When are monsters gonna start fighting? That's too little too late. And then when they do fight, oh, it's a murky, brown, grayish lightning storm with the blizzard. Have fun not being able to see jack shit.
Oh, I thought it was good. I saw everything fine. I liked the idea of, like, hey, it's going to be a Godzilla fight scene in the snow with fucking lightning in the bit. Like, that's a cool idea for a scene. I get how it's like, no, I can't see anything. I saw everything okay.
I don't know. I just didn't think the monster fights made up for the other hour and a half of the movie that sucked.
I like the ending monster fight, and I like the Mexico fight. Like, I like seeing Godzilla rip the head off of Ghidorah. That was pretty cool.
Man, I don't even, like, how many monster fights were there? There's the Antarctica one. We'll count the Rodan aerial battle, and then there's the final one. That's it.
Well, there's the Rodan aerial battle / after that, like when Rodan's fighting Godzilla and Ghidorah, and the fucking oxygen bomb blows up. So that's like technically one scene, sort of. Not really. Not really.
Right, the fact that it's like I'm counting 3 right now, not nearly enough.
It's not as good as Godzilla 2014. I agree with you.
I think Godzilla 2014 was much better. You had Bryan Cranston in there
for 15 minutes, but sure.
Doesn't matter. He was still more interesting than any of these other characters.
Yes, but it's not Godzilla 2014 is not a perfect movie either. Like, killing him in the first 20 minutes is one of the biggest mistakes you can make.
I mean, yeah, sure, that's craziness, but
there are more.
You see, Godzilla's problem, or this Godzilla's problem, was not killing all the main characters in the first 20 minutes.
I get it. A lot of people, well, weirdly enough, a lot of critics were disappointed with this, and some fans, but the overwhelming...
I had mile-high expectations for this, and I think that's part of the problem, but this just felt like, it's just another one of the movies this year. This year, 2019, has been dog shit for movies.
Well,
I'm much less excited for Kong versus Godzilla.
I'm a little less excited. I think I agree with you there as well. I'm not
also with the oxygen bomb or whatever. What the fuck is it? He has to bring the nuke to bring him back to life.
Yeah,
I don't like that bullshit. It should have been like he's hurt and there's a running clock. I'm just tired of this shit where it's like, oh, we can resurrect him.
Well, see, that was for me, like, that was very much in keeping with, like, a lot of Godzilla, like, prior films. Like, there's always a part in all the fucking Toho movies where, oh, Godzilla's dead, and they're like, no, he's not. We just gotta fucking give him a nuke, feed him a nuke, and make him better. That felt like in keeping with that tradition. As someone who's, like, I've seen a lot of the fucking Godzilla movies, this felt like an American version of a Toho, like a recent Toho one. Like, one that's probably not that good, whereas... the original Gareth Edwards one was like, okay, so this is a movie where, like, I think people got to check their expectations at the door. Like, if you're expecting,
don't have high expectations.
No, if you're going in expecting like a sensitive, this feels a lot like
I was expecting a battle royale, and
like the movie battle royale or like a battle royale.
A battle royale.
Oh, so like
though I wouldn't mind it if Godzilla was
so like Fortnite.
Yeah. No, not like Fortnite. Like, like Team MMA. You ever seen that shit?
Yeah.
It's like 4-on-4.
My brother made an apt comparison. He's like, this is like Batman v Superman and Justice League in terms of tone and like interpretation. It's like one is like very set in its own like in its own take, and like it's very consistent with the take, whether or not you like it or not. But this like Justice League feels like a big forfeiture of that original tone and intention. Right. This kind of feels like that too, and I took off points for it as well. It's way too goofy. The first one was a lot more dour and grounded and
that's what I thought was kind of cool. It's like you see all the UN tents and shit. It's like this is a natural disaster, but it's with a monster.
Yeah, the first
I thought that was a cool idea. This was just, no, I need to awaken the monsters because I love the earth, man, or like some bullshit. Mom, you've changed. oh, gee whiz, I should listen to my daughter. Yeah. You know, the children are so wise after all.
So was she, that was what I was going to ask. Is she fucking in on it? Millie Bobby Brown?
What do you mean?
Well, because she says, like, you said you were going to do this for blah, 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 my dead brother. And I'm like, were you fucking in on this, you little shit? Like,
whatever.
I'm like, I thought I was supposed to like you.
I don't know.
Those characters
Here's
suck.
another thing. Yeah, the family unit was not great.
I liked Kyle Chandler. I was fine with him.
I was fine with Millie Bobby Brown's acting. I just thought her character, like all the other characters in this movie, was shitty.
So you like the character of Kyle Chandler, but not the performance?
Yeah.
So it's like a weird gift of the Magi thing.
Yeah, like what in the fuck? Because I'm a big fan of Kyle Chandler in general.
I was fine with the performance and the character, but again, it's not ideal. It's not an ideal thing.
Here's like the part where I decided I hated the movie. There's a part where, just like in the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where Drax and all of them are fighting that monster, but you just see little baby Groot running around. The monster's just kind of in the background.
Yeah.
That happens during the final fight. You just see, Kyle Chandler talking to his daughter, whatever, we gotta get out of here. And then in the meanwhile, you see a foot stomping in and out of frame. I thought, fuck that. This is what I paid for Godzilla. Show me the fucking monster fights. That pissed me off to no end. Mm-hmm. So I guess, weirdly enough, I'm in agreement with the critics about quality, but for different reasons.
Sure.
Because they said, no, the monster fights were good. I just didn't like the human characters. The human characters sucked, but I also just didn't think the monster fights
were enough.
They didn't cancel it out.
Yeah.
It's like I say, fucking, Rambo 3 or even the fourth one. The acting's about meh, but the action is top notch. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, you have to have one vastly superior to the other if one part's going to be lacking. Mm-hmm. I think I'm usually pretty fair about that. I didn't. To me, what was special about the action in this that we didn't see in the first one?
Oh, again, it's not as good as the first one. I agree, but I think there's more fight scenes than the first one. So I would give it just beyond that. I mean, that's just. Pure
I guess I would
quantity.
have to watch the first movie again.
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, because
it's been a while.
I remember liking the movie overall as a story, characters, all that better. Mm-hmm. Maybe there might be fewer fight scenes. However, if a movie's going to be this dumb, there better be a fight scene a damn minute almost.
I think
for example, classic feature film, one of the best of all time, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, has a fight scene or an unnecessary front flip about every 5 minutes. And that way I can stomach how fucking terrible it is. Mm-hmm. I can't stomach a movie being this bad when you have such long gaps between fight scenes.
Mm. Yeah, I get that.
I hated this movie. So you want to move on to scores, or you got some final shit?
No, I'm good. Let's do it.
All right, I really hated this, and I'll be generous because I did like a scene genuinely. Mm-hmm. So just like with Black Hat, where I did enjoy one shootout scene, I'll give it the same score. I'll give this a 1.5 out of 5.
Yeah, for me, the movie's fine. I thought the action was rendered really well. I thought it was pretty fun to look at. A lot of moments that made me smile. The character work is spotty at best. There's some real head-scratching, like misguided-ass attempts at depth that I just don't understand, but I thought the protagonist was a little bit better than the one in 2014.
I will wake up Godzilla.
Oh, man. I like that fucking I like that fucking scene.
The Armageddon bullshit.
I thought the performances got the job done by and large, but some actors were bringing a bit too much or a bit too little to the table. And I like the lore. I like the way they expound on the lore a little bit. But in short, like, I thought it was imperfect, but it was worthwhile. Like, it was fine. I didn't see it opening night. I saw it on a Sunday in an afternoon. Mm-hmm. So it's about a 7.
Oh my God. So
that's my go-to score of, like, you know what? It was a movie. It had a couple cool moments, and I don't regret watching it.
So a 7 plus a 1.5, that gives us a grand total of
15 out of 15. No, that is an 8.5 out of 15. That's not good.
That's not good, but it's also, it could have been worse.
Yes.
But you were generous.
I've seen way too many movies this year to to rattle on this one too hard. There's far worse.
I've seen too few, and this movie is an example why. So that'll do it for our review of Don't Flush Your Pets Down the Toilet Because They Might Grow Up to Be 100-Foot Monsters, Part 2, the movie.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this 50th episode of Bonus Features with Alex and Robert. I'm Robert.
And I'm Alex.
As always, feel free to reach out or follow us, or both, on our social media pages. That includes Facebook at Bonus Features with Alex and Robert, YouTube at Bonus Features with Alex and Robert, and Twitter, our new Twitter page, at Bonus Features AR.
And now we will end with some album recommendations. Have you heard Baroness's album, The Purple Album? That's Baroness, Purple Album. What do you got?
I just got... God damn, I didn't know we were going to do that. All I got for you is In Utero. I've been listening to a lot of it. I like it. God damn it.
Sure, In Utero by Nirvana.
Oh, Nirvana, yeah. I don't got albums that are like, fucking deep cuts. I got the fan favorites, damn it.
Well, the Purple album's pretty rad. It's a good... They're a good band. More people should know them. So yeah, that'll do it. See you guys next time. Oh, we also have a new logo.